Good evening and welcome to the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you, for you, from you. And tonight we talk about the thrills of unconventional relationships. And let me just say that I'm your guy, Desi Lou, the brilliant, the illustrious, of course. So, one thing I want to set straight is I want to give you my opinion about the question that I asked on my Facebook page, which simply asks that if a woman can be high value if she has a promiscuous past. And I feel like a lot of men answered no. And I want to help you men understand something. It's not up to you. We don't give a fuck about y'all. And I'm gonna tell you why it's like that. Because we can sit here and we can quote all day long about what happened back in the days, what happened back in the and and this just brings me right around to my point. This is the thing about unconventional relationships. When men say, "Oh, I can't just be satisfied by one woman." So it's okay for you to be unconventional. So the thing is that a woman had to understand, and men have to understand that your value is not based off of what anybody else thinks of you. You know how many times I would have gave up on myself if I was sitting around worried about how valuable I was to somebody else? Bitch, I know my value. I know what the fuck I'm coming with. I know what I'm bringing. Bitch, I could have fucked the whole football team when we was in high school. And I guarantee you something. Them niggas still would have known what they had, bitch. You gonna know. I don't watch too many niggas chase hoes. Come on, y'all capping. Y'all big cap. Y'all will wife some hoes. When you talking about you can't turn a hoe into a house, the fuck y'all think y'all out here dating prostitutes and strippers and everybody that's on OnlyFans and shit? Shut the fuck up. What? Y'all sound stupid. It is your opinion of yourself. That is what makes you high value. That is what makes you low value. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's what make you whatever. It's bitches out here who been selling their pussy for forever. And I guarantee half you niggas still couldn't get it. The fuck? Get the fuck up out of here. Y'all think y'all really determining some shit? Women, we think we really determining some shit. You're not. That nigga still gonna go and fuck something else. Still gonna go get under something else. It don't matter how you deemed him. I don't care if that nigga was the brokest nigga in the world. Guarantee he's still gonna get some pussy. Cause we all human and we just be fucking. That's why y'all got all these STDs and shit. Stop fucking. Figure it out. So, like I said, tonight we talk about the thrill of unconventional relationships. And I say the thrill because I think that at some point we have all been fascinated by the ideal of or some form of an unconventional relationship. You might disagree. Here's the thing. I didn't write too many notes about unconventional relationships because I didn't think that I needed them. Unconventional relationships are something that I have lived my entire life. I think speaking to you guys, I've told you that my friends have, um, they didn't understand me. You know, I've had friends with benefits. I've had things like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, you let that nigga talk to other females to about other females to you?" Yes, yes, I do. Why am I worried? I'm not willing to commit to him in the way that he say he want to commit or he say that he don't want to commit. Listen, when I was dealing with a dude who was dealing with a bunch of other females, he had hella females. Them females was worried about me, and I was worried about him. Who y'all think got the most of his time? Who y'all? I'm just saying. You make it make sense. Y'all sound so crazy because it's always a thing of women cheat better than men do, or men cheat, they just gonna cheat. So you're already acknowledging that y'all relationship already unconventional. Traditional is unconventional. So I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna get married to you. And as time has shown, these men have gone out and cheated, whether you married, whether you're not, but then you think that you can assess the value of a woman after y'all got the game fucked up. Boy, y'all been doing y'all for as long as we can recall. You finna tell me, cause I fucked 10 of your friends. I ain't shit, bitch. You right? I ain't shit for you. I'll go be shit for the next bitch, cause I guarantee you, P Diddy don't give a fuck about how many bitches niggas Carisha fucked. You think he care? He don't care. he don't, and she don't care how many niggas he fuck either. So they just don't care. But that's the beauty of a non-traditional relationship. I'm meeting you where you are. I'm understanding that these are your needs. This is what you say that you need for us to get to wherever we need to get to, for you to get comfortable with me, for you to understand me, for you to see me. One thing I will say about every unconventional relationship that I've had, whether it was just open, whether it was whatever, I call all of them, they was my best friends. Okay. Hello, because that's what the fuck we is first anyways. I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend on a level that no other human has ever known you on. Like, you need to come to me, you need to tell me the truth, you need to tell me everything you got going on. Let's talk about it. I want to be that. I want to be your safe place. I want to be your safe haven. And I feel like non-traditional relationships, they have a way of opening you up and making you vacate your vulnerabilities. So, because where we're so heavily guarded about what makes us vulnerable, open relationships, polygamy, polyamory, whatever you want to, relationship anarchy, however you see it, cohabitation, I got to be honest with you. And here's the thing, nobody wants to be honest. We're all into, oh, I love you, so I spared your feelings. What's that say? If a man is cheating on a woman, um, but he don't tell the woman he lived with that he cheated on her, but the woman that he cheated on know everything. Who he loved more? You love me more because you told me the truth. And you might give a fuck about her feelings, but you don't love her. Because if you loved her, you would have gave her option. You would have gave her free will. I know that's splitting hairs, and y'all probably not ready for that conversation. But however, it is what it is. I do create your relationship without a map. But before you create anything, it's really about diving into yourself, understanding the pros and cons of what you're getting into, understanding how this is going to open you up. Things that are unnatural to us, things that are not normal for us, they're going to show us places of ourselves that we've never explored. So let's say, I tell people all the time, they'll say, oh, I don't want no woman who got a bunch of male friends. And I'd be like, oh, that's just your insecurity talking. And then, men are like to cover it up and be like, no, it's just respect. It's a respect thing. So I can't have no male friends. And you feel like I'm not respecting you if I got male friends? But here's the thing, you ask enough questions, what it will show a person is that it's just my beliefs, or it's just my insecurities. Or I've had a woman who's had male friends and she cheated on me. Because everything that we know is based off of our experience, is based off of how we've lived our lives, the experiences that we've had, the things that we've learned, the people who have hurt us. And this is what we're basing everything off of. And this is how we have to base things. But this is what we've been taught to base things off of. Instead of sitting down with yourself, really getting acquainted with yourself. Here's this. When I ask you what you look like in a relationship, and I want you to tell me what you look like on your best day, and then I want you to tell me what you look like on your worst day. Those moments where you don't want to be bothered with a person, where it doesn't matter how much positivity they're giving you, how much they're pouring into you. I don't want to be bothered. You hear me? And I know that you're going to show up for me. But if you know me well enough, you'll give me the time that I need. And I'm not saying that you got to be some person that you're not. I'm just asking, take a moment. Give me a moment. Allow me to process, because I'm having a bad day. How do you handle you on your worst days? How do you expect to be handled on your worst days? What do you need emotionally? What would give you the stability? What would give you the security? And you're asking yourself all of these questions. Why does a man having more than one female bother you? One woman. I know people don't like when I say female. I don't know why. Or why does a woman having more than one man bother you? Why does it bother you if she even just got male friends? Like, why are you bothered by those things? And these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. I think a lot of people are just enamored with the ideal of thinking that um, non-traditional relationships are just about fucking. It's not. So let me tell you something. An open relationship is called an open relationship for a reason, because I'm going to be open with you. I'm going to tell you the things that I'm feeling. I'm going to tell you what's working for me, what's not working for me. Sorry, I apologize, guys. What's not working for me, how this is going, who I'm getting involved with, who I'm talking to. All of this secretive shit, this you don't need to ask me. If you trust me, you just trust me. Ain't none of that. That don't exist. Baby, you my lifeline. I'm telling you everything. What we do outside of this is just what we do outside of this. It's a lot of things where I feel like it's women who will be like, you could have came to me, and you know good and goddamn well that's not your expertise. So what the fuck I'm coming to you for? If I got a friend who know about investments and my man don't know about investments, what you mad about me going to talk to a man about? Allow me to have that relationship. It's a resource, not a threat. I think you have to see things in a different light. What do you consider a threat? And this is you creating that relationship without the map, like I said, because the map is the traditional relationship. And if that's the route that you want to go, that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with tradition. I have no problem with that. But are you that person? Are you that disciplined? Are you that committed? And these are the things that we're asking ourselves. Are you able, or do you have ADHD when it comes to people? Because I know I used to. I could be interested in a man for 3 days and be like, it's not it. Everything. And then after a while, I can't do it. Like, I'm just good. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, because maybe people will feel like, or maybe the reason that you don't do monogamy is because you haven't found a guy who shows you that he's serious enough, and that is the exact case. I'm used to just meeting people where they are. This where you at? Let's float there. And if you show me that you got the right amount of to get us over that line, then that's how we gonna take it. But conventional relationships, they work. I think that we have to put into put into focus the stresses and the struggles that we went through back then opposed to now. Why did traditional relationships work out back then? And why don't they work out so much now? Let's think about that. We ain't had shit. You niggas had everything. y'all had it all. We couldn't even make a life without a man. We were nothing. Of course, it was easy to be. I think even from traditional days, people have shown us like this is. We can sit here and we can talk about how tradition doesn't matter, but it does, because I feel like those are the things that help mold us. It's the same way that we say when we are protesting, oh, we not our ancestors. In fact, bitch, you are. I just want to put that out there. You are your ancestors, because for every time they laid down, they gave you the notion to get up and fight. You understand that? So every time your grandma got cheated on, every time your daddy got talked out his worth because he wasn't bringing in enough food or wasn't able to make ends meet or anything like that, like, baby, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. A relationship, we got sugar babies, sugar daddies, sugar all of that. So where we got the age difference and it's a monetary game, y'all partake in non-traditional relationships every single fucking day. Come on, you're playing yourself. It's just like all these women and men talking about they gonna cheat anyways. If they're gonna cheat anyways, what you sitting here trying to make the expectation of them to make this relationship close for? They're gonna cheat. That's what you say. Your words, not mine. If you with somebody who finna cheat on you in the first place, you're entitled to do that. You are wholeheartedly entitled to do that. You're entitled to peep what's going to happen. You're entitled to hold yourself accountable for the patterns that come that you saw that were already gonna come. Okay? And then we got to think about this too. If you go into a relationship already thinking they're gonna cheat, 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 what you think you're finna do? You're gonna push that person right into cheating on you. You didn't have faith in them in the first place. It ain't gonna make no difference when they go out and cheat. I thought I was cheating anyway. Shit. Ha! What Keisha Cole say? I should have cheated. Looking ass. Should have, bitch. Should have cheated. You should have cheated. Get your lick back, sis. Get it back. Get your lick back, men. I'm on everybody's side. But I'm on my side the most. But I'm on all of y'all's side. So, like I said, yeah, definitely go based off your needs. You can't think about getting into a relationship without thinking about yourself. So a lot of people, even when we were talking about standards versus expectations last week, a lot of people were telling me that basically standards and expectations are the same. Listen, you feel how you feel, and I feel how I feel. The standard is that I'm going to be good to myself. And anybody who come in and show me otherwise is not capable of doing that, I'm good on you. And that's my standard. I don't need you to come in. I'm not going to force you to be good to me. I'm not going to force you to do anything that you don't want to do. Okay? And so and that kind of takes me to this point, because this guy kept commenting on my post and he kept bringing up rapist. So you mean that if a guy goes around raping people, he's still high value? I don't know anything about that man. I want to consider him high morally. He's fucked up. I wouldn't want to fuck with him. I wouldn't want him around me. But to me, that has nothing to do with how he values himself or what he thinks of himself. I could care less. But what I had to let him know is that you're comparing a person who's willing to, I'm willingly doing this to myself, to a person who's going around taking everything that he wants. So I think the context is going to be different because you infringed upon other people's rights. So, and well, that's what a lot of y'all do in relationships anyways. When you go and cheat on somebody, you infringe upon their rights. So, because you said you wanted monogamy in the first place. So what are you doing? Why are you cheating? What sense does that make? Does it make sense to you? Wouldn't you want a woman who's more understanding? Wouldn't you want a man who could understand that, hey, shit happened. You did what you did. I'm like some Kevin Gates shit. He was like, you gonna tell me? You gonna break down all the examples, the steps? Because what do I care if you fuck somebody else? What do I care? Because the thing is, I love you the most. And I will always get the least of you. Somebody else gonna always have your time. Somebody else, because there's always gonna be something that's better, something that's, but what's gonna keep you? It's always gonna be something new and exciting. How do I keep your attention? I throw a wig on every day. No, put a little makeup on, add a prosthetic, bitch. You're not gonna know the difference. Talk to me 3 times. Nah, I'm joking. But no, there are relationships like that where they do role play. There are a lot of different relationships. You have lifestyle. I love that one. So that one, you're just free. You're free. It depends on you and your spouse. If you have a spouse, you can be single in the lifestyle, and you could be polyamorous as well and be single. You can be single and polyamorous and don't have to choose anybody. I just do what I want to do. And maybe there's a few people that I'll stay in contact with. There are people who are into soft swinging where the woman agrees that we only sleep with women. They're hard swingers. And they agree that woman will get fucked by 10 dudes. Them gangbangs y'all be seeing on Pornhub, that's about it. That's right there. There's women out there. There's people out there that's like that. I ran into your run-of-the-mill of non-traditional relationships, even situations where it's just cohabitation. And I ain't talking about the type where I'll be like, let me talk to your girlfriend and ask her if I could spend the night. Let me talk to your roommate and see if they're okay with me spending the night. Not like wholeheartedly. They got 2 separate rooms, just cohabitation. You can bring in whoever you want. It's not that at all. We just live together. We have people who have creative relationships. I can't talk to my spouse, but I know that I can go to this person and bounce ideas off of them. My spouse don't think like that. So you're hindering people, your boundaries, your fears of opening up your relationship. If you don't trust a person to give you exactly what you're looking for, why would you entertain them in the first place? Aren't you setting yourself up for failure? I'd like to think that. But I mean, I want you guys to answer in your own way. Like, I kind of feel like you're setting yourself up for failure if that's the case. But maybe not. I'm all for non traditional relationships. I really am. I think there are a lot of perks to them. I do think when I first started exploring them, I had to explore myself first. Not even that I really wanted to explore myself first. It was something that just kind of made me open up and explore myself. Um, Jealousy, that's a thing. Like, hold on, what? Is he fucking her better than he fucking me? So, and I had, and I've been in those situations where women, you could be smack dab in the middle of the threesome, and a woman to get jealous. He fucking you too much. You touching her too much. I don't like the attention that you give her. And these are the things like it's things because the way that unconventional relationships happen, they can happen in so many different manners. It's so many people who will be doing it to keep their relationships together. It's so many people who will do it just to know the truth. I just want you to be honest with me. I just want to know. So the only way I can know is if I say yes, we in the room together. I'm a she. I ain't them females who always used to say, I ain't eating nobody coochie, but then here you is ending up and I thought you said you want to eat nobody. What you doing in here? Get the fuck about here. You said what you said. Let's not pretend like you did it. But it's okay. I don't think that it's for everybody. And I understand that. I'm not saying that you have to explore the realm of opening yourself up to these types of things because you don't. There's no need to. You can simply sit by yourself and figure out exactly what you need in a relationship. Here's the thing about why relationships go so bad, whether they're traditional, whether they're non traditional. The reason why they get so hectic is because we don't know who we are. We don't know what we need. And at the end of the day, we're struggling because we can see what everybody else needs and we try to fit that. The only narrative you have to fit, the only story you have to fall into place with intricately is your own. So, whatever your dating journey looks like, so whatever your worth looks like, whatever your value looks like to you, I don't give a fuck about what anybody else has told you. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else said that you're not worth anything because you got 5 kids by 3 different baby mamas. It doesn't matter. Okay? Or because you have 5 kids by 3 different baby daddies. It doesn't matter. Or even if you got 12 and they all got different daddies and different mamas. It don't matter. Like to me, it's really a thing of who you are. What's your where's your ambition? You know? If it's a thing where you go out and you strive to take care of all 12 of those kids because they are yours, you get up every day. I can't say that traditional relationships don't work. I talk about 50-50 all the time and because I don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? And especially if it's a thing where it's monetary. I damn sure don't believe in that. A bill has to get paid, we're gonna pay that bill. Maybe what you need, how much you need, what we looking at. Because I know there's there's a security in having somebody on your team who you know is it don't matter how much money you bring in, how much money you don't bring in. If you was to give them the bill, you know it's going to get taken care of. It's security in that, and I want to be that. I don't care what it is. I don't care whatever. I if I have to tell you if we sitting here talking about how American women run around talking about they so independent, maybe allow me to show you how I float. Your value in me don't mean nothing to me because I can take care of myself. The oohs and ahs, the convention of other women, the convention of other men, that means shit to me. How are you? How's your person? How are you doing? And if we can have that conversation, that's good for me. I'm able to take care of you because we communicating, we talking. And this is it's crazy because when we get into relationships, and I can speak for experience, my best friend knew more about what was going on with me than my man did. That's what got me into the mindset of let me be your friend first. Let's let's talk to each other. Let me give you that openness to come to me about anything, no matter how ugly, no matter how trifling you may think it is. I guarantee we can get past it. And because you came to me with the truth, because you gave me the choice to rectify these things, to be better, or even to see if I want to stick around and stick this shit out. What you doing to me? What I guess I'm pretty selfish. I'm selfish. Because at every turn, I'm always looking at, okay, how does this affect me? Is this going to affect me? Do you see jealousy? I can see jealousy happening. Do you see anger? I can see anger. Why can you see anger? I can see anger simply because you neglect me. You refuse to acknowledge me. If you are going to be a person with multiple people, you must know how to divide your time. I ain't gonna say it's rules to this shit, but it's definitely levels to this shit. And that is the perk of creating things without a map. Understanding that I do have to pour into you, I do have to give you time. And if you're not able to balance your time like that, then maybe one person is enough. Why you keep getting caught cheating is because either you need to be honest or you need a monogamous relationship. Either way, choose your poison, we'll be okay. So talk about the variety of non-traditional relationships, but I think we've covered that. Um, Make sure that it's really what you want. Like I said, search yourself. Really search yourself. I've been in a place one time where I could sleep next to a person and I've never felt more at peace a day in my life. Where it didn't matter how bad anything got. I mean, we could be sleeping in the car in the middle of some rundown fucking parking lot with a bunch of homeless motherfuckers around us, and my peace was not disturbed, like at all, because the person I was sleeping next to, oh, baby, was everything. So I think you really gotta know what you're dealing with. You gotta be able to acknowledge your insecurities, what you're walking into. And even if it's a monogamous relationship, you still have to take the same measures. Don't think that just because one is non-traditional and one is traditional that you don't have to take the measures. There is a tribe somewhere in Africa, and I don't know where. I'm going to find out because I always bring this up. But there is a tribe somewhere in Africa. There's a practice somewhere in Africa that says that you cannot marry anybody else until you marry yourself. And what that means is the merging of your mind and your heart. And so when we think about the internal battles that we have, these self-afflictions that we have often, it's between our hearts and our mind. Oh, because our feelings, oh, we feel this type of way. Oh, I really know that they're going to be able to do such and such and such, which makes you fall in love with latent potential. That's chaotic. First of all, why would you want that? Toxic ass motherfuckers. Hello. Show me. Show the fuck up or don't show up at all, bitch. I don't want part of you. A lot of people, and that's why I had that question when we kept talking about 50-50. What the fuck is 50-50? What are we going 50-50 on? Somebody had told me, like, you don't want nobody to come in and make you whole. Bitch, I was born whole. Who? I ain't need nobody to complete me. Bitch, I completed me. I completed me when I took the journey into me. Can't nobody come in and make you. Can't nobody come in and break you. It's about what you allow people to do, what you give them access to. If they walking up in your museum, touching stuff and breaking shit, you better kick their ass the fuck out. And I don't care what type of relationship that is. You don't want people stepping on your feelings. You don't want people looking over you all the time. You need to get down to what is you intuitively. You need to know you backwards and forth. Forth, backward. I don't give a fuck how you know you. Bitch, learn you. Man, woman, child. You should be teaching your children the exact same thing. That saying, stand for something or fall for nothing is, I mean, stand for something or fall for everything is so fucking true. Because people are going to manipulate you. People are going to lie to you. People are going to steal pieces of you from you. They're going to make you think that it's not good enough, and they're going to walk off with you. I promise they is. They're going to have your, that niggas had my size 24 pants, and they didn't even wear that shit. Bitch, I'm too big. You can't fit my clothes. Bring that shit back. I'm too much of a giant. Like, give it back. Give it back. Stop. People will put you on and they'll try to wear you. And when you see yourself in them, you'll degrade your value. A nigga told me, he said, if she got a whole bunch of bodies, that pussy on clearance. Bitch, who? I don't give a fuck how many bodies I had. My pussy will never be on clearance. Not a day of my motherfucking life. Women, men, I want you to know you're valuable regardless of what you have. You're valuable regardless of what you don't have. You are valuable. You're more than worth it. I promise that you're more than worth it. And if they can't see it, fuck them. You walk away. Because you walk away with a whole lot more of your dignity intact than sitting around sticking it out for somebody to keep playing in your face. It don't matter what shit look like. It don't matter how people deemed you. It don't matter what they said was not supposed to happen, how it was supposed to happen. The scariest thing about being confronted with something that is not of you or something that you've never, the unknown is a tricky motherfucker to navigate. I've treaded in a lot of uncharted territories, terrified as fuck. But I guarantee you, if you have a willingness to get through it, then you'll have a willingness to overcome it. You'll have a willingness to become it, to utilize it whenever you need to utilize it. Understanding what you can pull from. Understanding that just because I didn't grow up with this, I can still become this. I'm just saying. It's a lot more to you than you think. There's a lot more pieces to you than you think. There's a lot more to the ideology that was instilled inside of you. Fuck a non-traditional relationship. Become non-traditional about you. And that's how you'll explore everything. The more out the box you get about yourself, the more out the box you get about your experiences. Does this have to be me? Do I have to paint myself in this light? Am I that insecure? Am I jealous? Okay, yes, I am jealous. Now, why am I jealous? It's a lot of different things. It's a lot of ways that you can layer you. Don't be stuck with the old ways of layering yourself because your mom layered herself that way, or because your dad layered himself that way, or because your grandparents. I don't give a fuck how all your ancestors layered themselves. How will you layer yourself? Will you lay down? Will you stand up? Will you do what you need to do? Will you seek you first? What makes you valuable? What makes you an asset? Find that. Walk in that. Stick to that. Because can't nobody bring you down from that. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Ain't nobody walking me down from my worth. Pretty did not pave the way for me. It did not. I don't care. You can go back and watch any one of my episodes, and I'ma still sit up in there and be like, shit, all the motherfuckers call me fat, black, ugly. That is exactly what they said. I remember people pressing on my skin in middle school telling me, oh, you're not even light. You don't even turn colors. Bitch, I don't. I remember when I stopped giving a fuck. I can name every single name of the people who bullied me, who told me I wasn't gonna be shit, who told me I was too fat, who told me I can name them. I can still name them. But they didn't make me. They didn't break me. They didn't send me on this journey of self-destruction. No, they sent me on a journey with them. Because that was their perception of me. Now I had to find out what my perception of me was. How do you feel about yourself? And in finding out about how you feel about yourself, I guarantee you will open a world of unknown possibilities. Because do you really think that you're too fat? Do you really think that you're too black? Do you really think that you're not pretty enough? No, I didn't think that I was not pretty enough. But fat and black, I couldn't change at the time. Or at least I didn't know how to change fat. Or I didn't want to change fat at least because I was too lazy. So listen, and I still don't want to change this. But my beauty, your beauty is not defined by this. And any man who asks me these days, oh, why are you still single? You're so pretty. And I'm gonna tell you, my pretty don't walk for me. And it's a million other niggas who probably think I'm ugly as hell. Fuck them too. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What's your preference? What do you want? What are you looking for? And that's it. If you're looking for somebody that's going to come in and level you up, you're looking for somebody that you can hustle with, that's going to match your determination, your ambition, that can match your creative drive, that don't give a fuck about the people you hang around, as long as you can keep you on track. Find that. Stop settling. Stop giving yourself less than what you need or less than what you require. You're settling out of fear. You're settling out of tradition. And you need to understand that. Nothing's going to come from it. Create a non-traditional relationship with yourself. Start there. Okay? All right. So I think I've ranted enough. Thank you guys for tuning into the immersive experience. We're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. CST. We here. We be here. And we talk about a whole lot of shit. You got questions you want to ask, you can always write the Facebook page. Talk to us. We love getting people involved. We love having conversations. I like having guests as well. So if there's a topic that you think that you're versed on and you want to bring it in, one thing I will say is if you don't know how to talk about yourself, I'm not open to you being on my show because it's a self-development show, you know? So you really do have to be in tune with yourself in order to get up here. And not even that you have to be in tune with yourself. You just have to be able to be aware of the things that are happening that are allowing your mind to open or the things that are keeping you closed. And those are the things that we're looking for. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much for joining the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you, from you, for you. And like I said, unconventional relationships is about what you make them. It's about creating your relationships without a map. The first relationship that you want to create without a map is the relationship with yourself. Find that. Define you. When you create the map for yourself, without using the traditional maps that you've seen around, create the map. If you're going to use a map, create it. But don't go off anybody else's blueprint. Go off of your own. Because contrary to popular belief, your blueprint is a masterpiece. Have a good night.